Hi, I'm Amy. Welcome to the video. Hey guys, in today's video, we are going to be creating this look using only Black-owned beauty. That's right, this dark, vampy, lovely, beautiful, super fall, perfect for Thanksgiving look was created using only Black-owned beauty. And most of these products I have used before, I know, and I love them, and I'm very excited to be sharing them with you. So if that sounds like something you would be interested in, then let's just get started. I have already put on some Smashbox primerizer because I am going to use the Uoma Beauty foundation again. And if you saw my 3-day wear test and review, I will link, if you haven't, I'll link it here. But if you saw that, you'll know that this was like a little bit more matte than what I normally go for. But during that 3-day wear test, that entire video, I had a lot of really dry, peely skin going on, and my skin seems to be doing better. So I'm excited to try this again and see how I feel about it now. But I do have, I still have the Uoma Beauty concealer, which I do really like, but I have this new one here from Pat McGrath. And I do think that I could have gotten a lighter color, but you know, picking out your colors online is kind of hard. In L4. And the Uoma foundation is in White Pearl T2N. So since the concealer is darker, I'm going to do that first. By the way, this is definitely glass, is definitely heavy. That has a lot of coverage. It covered everything with just that little bit right here. It got my entire eye socket area. I do think there is still a little bit of darkness there, but it is pretty full coverage. Weightless, full coverage, high performance, runway tested, mother approved. So yeah, I would definitely call it full coverage. It does feel weightless. I would say it's got like a skin finish. It's not too radiant and it's not matte. So I'm gonna do the same thing over here. I like that. I do still think that I could probably go, I think, a shade lighter, but definitely a shade more pink. I don't know if they all are very yellow. On the camera, I think the lighting kind of makes it look a little bit better, but in person, it looks a little bit yellow. So I'm going to put a tiny bit more in here. And then also on this eye, because I've got that vein there and I hate that vein. We're going to see if we can cover it. Yeah. I would say coverage-wise, this is kind of like a mix between a Tarte Shape Tape and a NARS Radiant Creamy, because it's giving me coverage like the Tarte Shape Tape, but it's giving me a little bit of that reflection that the NARS does. So it's not as dry as the Shape Tape, and it is not as creamy as the NARS. So I definitely think it's like in the middle of those two. So that's cool. Okay. On to the foundation here. So yeah, I definitely used less product by tapping it on with my finger, and I feel like I got the same coverage that I did in that video. And it's definitely looking so much better. I don't know if you can tell. It's still matte. I know it looks a little bit more radiant because of the lights. Yeah, it's definitely like a satin creamy matte. I also bought the little under eye powder that she has in the shade Light. This is the Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection, Pat McGrath. All right, I'm gonna take this powder. I don't know if it's considered an eyeshadow brush. I usually use it for like highlighting, but it's clean. It's the BH Studio Pro number 18, and I think this will be good to get a nice light layer. It is like a white powder, like white, but we'll see. So I'm scared to go in with like my sponge, and it's very, very thin and fine. So I'm just gonna tap a little in here, get it into my bristles. I feel like this brush was perfect for it, but I think it looks nice. It doesn't look too heavy. It definitely feels set. So we'll see. And I think I still want to lightly set the rest of my face. So I'm going to use this, and I have the shade Butter. So I'm just going to tap a little bit into the Fenty powder, put it into the lid, swirl, tap, and we're just going to lightly press around the rest of the face. Okay, for like bronzer and contour, I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty. I'm going to use the Fenty Beauty In the Sun powder bronzer on my e.l.f. brush here, pointed powder brush. Now this is a very, it's not even really a fair shade, but it's like a translucent kind of powder, so I do build it up kind of a lot. And as you can see, it blends out very, very, very nicely. You all know, I'm sure that everybody and their mother has already tried this. It's pretty new to my collection. All right, I'm gonna take this little BH Cosmetics Crystal Zodiac number 5 and build that up a little bit right in here. All right, I don't have an actual blush from a Black-owned beauty brand. I have been looking at like maybe getting something from Midas or something from Mented. I don't have anything from Mented yet. But let me know. The smaller the brand, the better. I mean, I could buy everything from Fenty and Pat McGrath, but like, it's not exactly the same. I mean, it's still great, but I would prefer to buy something from a smaller brand. So instead today I'm going to use the Juvia's Place Douce palette, and I'm gonna use, I think, a mixture of these two shades because I'm going for like a fall look today. And I obviously haven't tried every brand ever, and I don't own every brand ever. So if there are brands that I should try, let me know down below. It looks so good on the face, actually. So good. And actually, I was terrified it would be too pigmented, but I just did. Can you see me? Ready? Tap, tap, tap. Look how smooth that is on the face, too. And it didn't like leave a pigment stick. Their formula is so good. For highlighter, I used this in my other video. I have this from 9-3 Beauty, and it is the color, it's the Pressed Powder Illuminator in the shade Glazed. I'm gonna take my Real Techniques setting brush. I'm glazed, she said. Glazed. Yes. Yes, you are. Look at how beautiful. I love it. So I'm really enjoying how my base is looking right now. All right, so this is where the complexion is for the eyes today. I am going to go into the new Pat McGrath Labs Mothership Mega Celestial Divinity palette. Ooh. Which looks like this. But I have a video going up that's going to be a 5 looks 1 palette using this. So if you want the big details, then go watch that. I will link that here. So we finished the eye look. Now I'm gonna throw on some mascara, the Dark Star mascara from Pat McGrath. I think that's good. Guys, these eyeshadows. Okay, on to lips. Now I have a lot of lip products here actually. I have some shades from Uoma Beauty. I also have my Juvia's Place lipstick shades. I have my Pat McGrath Divinals. And I have this Fenty lip shine. But I only have one lip liner, and so that's the Juvia's Place one. So I'm going to use that. This is in Sweet Nothing, the Luxe lip liner. I'm going that into the tad of my finger. That's a lovely warm nude. All right, on me it's a little bit deeper, but it's definitely doable. I think I'm going to use one of these Uoma Beauty lipsticks because I haven't used them in a video yet. So we have Finesse, Her Magic, and Closer. It's a very creamy formula. I kind of want to do Her Magic because it has a little bit of that pinkness to it. Let's see. Let's see what it looks like on my paleness. Oh my gosh. Look at that color. Oh, yes. And they're so creamy. They're so creamy. Oh, I'm so happy about this. I love this. I love it. And that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!